Turnips. It's getting too hot for them, way too hot. I meant for this, I seeded this bed with purple top turnips over the winter as a cover crop, and I don't think I'm going to do that ever again. But definitely has, oh, dadgummit, weeds coming in here. But anyway, the yeah, the turnips roots are coming in here pretty well now. Yeah, better than it was even a couple of days ago. Purple top turnips. I used to eat these things raw, the turnips. I used to eat them raw as a kid, and see, it's getting too hot for them. See, you know, it's getting too hot for them, and I'm not sure what that is, but that may be a too much of something or not enough of something else, and it could be very healthy. It's just you know, plants tend to put their, notice the middle leaves here are greener than the outer leaves. I usually come out here once every day or so and pull some of these up, and I just take them in the house and stir fry them. And if you remember my mealworm video, I have found that the mealworms prefer turnip roots and stalks and stems to anything else that I've fed them out of the garden. Now, I primarily feed them these green stalks and things. Primarily that's how they get their water, and that's why I feed them this stuff, is for water purposes. That way they can get their water. But of all the plants, this stuff is what they seem to absolutely love more than just about anything else I've grown. We've got about 100 square feet of here and plenty of stir-fry greens here until this heats on up and can't do anything. I plan to turn this into a perennial, or to a biennial rather, Swiss chard bed. But once I put out all the turnips and work the soil, guess what happened? All those turnip seeds that I put in here that never did sprout, guess what? They started sprouting. So now we got another thing of turnips here. But that's good, because now we can we've got essentially some we can munch off the turnips until the Swiss chard establishes well, and as we pull out more and more turnips, we're establishing more and more Swiss chard, things like that there. And we'll just work this bed and let those two beds that you see down there, I need to get all the vetch off of them, but I'm just going to let them lie fallow for this year in a cover crop, and we'll just use this one in the buckets there, and that'll be it for this year. And this year I'm going to really spend a lot of time studying and working on aquaponics gardening. Try to get an aquaponics system up and running, because it's getting harder and harder for me to get out here and work the soils. It's just, you know, it takes back strength, and you know, bending down like this is not such much a problem, but it's hauling dirt around and doing things like that. And so that's an old turnip root there. I mean, looks like a, yeah, that's another turnip root, but I don't know why they go curly like that sometimes. Maybe the rain knocks them down or whatever. But again, drip irrigation, the top couple of inches of your soil is always going to be dry. Looks just bone dry, right? But you come underneath, plenty of water down there. It's just nothing, it's not a problem. And that's what you want. So I keep saying that over and over again, but if you're not used to it, you don't freak out. It's just so we're going to go in the house and stir fry these. I usually stir fry them in some olive oil and some yeah, just olive oil, and some what we call pepper sauce. Basically, it's just flavored peppers. You know, you take peppers, put them in some vinegar and maybe a little bit of salt, but not much, and just, you know, pepper sauce. It's a delicacy down here in the South. Maybe I should put a pepper sauce recipe up there for you guys if you're interested. But again, you know, if you're using drip irrigation, don't be worried that the first top 2 inches of the soil isn't wet or moist or whatever. It's not meant to be. This system is for the root zones only. Collard plant doing well. Swiss chard there. This is a Swiss chard plant. I've always had very good luck growing Swiss chard in actual raised beds like that one. First time I've ever planted them in the ground, and they do look a little bit different. They look a little bit more rugged and weathered, because I think their roots are growing much deeper. which I think ultimately will be healthier for them. But anyway, I've been yabbering enough. I'm going in the house. I'm going to eat me some purple top turnip, feed the worms, and I will talk to you guys later.